Okay. What's up, everyone? Sal the Wolf here. I know I haven't been posting any videos for a while because mostly I've been trying to wait into some good games coming out and such. So, this video here is actually going to be just me talking about the last thing of just. This is probably the final thing of me talking about it. So I have been trying to save up as much as I can, and I've actually came down to a conclusion and such. I know it's been a while, mostly because of the whole quarantine of the coronavirus and such. Um, the thing is that I have now decided on the Oculus Index. So I looked into my laptop and such. So as hold on. So let's see. I actually screenshotted the stuff about of like what for the index. So if this is right, you have to have for an OS, you have to have a Steam OS or a Linux or something like that, or a Windows 10 computer or laptop for it to function and such. For your RAM, or RAM, I mean, RAM, it has to be 8 gigabytes plus. So probably anything between 8 gigabytes and up and such. As long as it has that much, it could probably handle mainly some of the graphics and all that other stuff. Well, the GPU, I'm not really sure. I can't really tell if you guys can see that, but as you can see from GPU, it has just a bunch of other lettering that I'm not very familiar with. But HDMI not supported. So I guess it means as in it doesn't have an HD cable, so it doesn't have to be supported by that. CPU gives you a dual core with head. Well, it practically just tells you just certain things about it, and it also has a 3.0 plus and headset cameras. Practically, it has a USB cable. It has to have a USB cable port to plug it into either your PC or laptop. So I ended up getting a Dell G7 laptop. It's a gaming laptop. I've actually looked it up, and I actually have 16 gigabytes on this laptop of mine, so it's pretty strong. So it could actually handle the index. So apparently, when I tried to get on Steam to order the index, it gave me a order thing where it said I've purchased it, but I have to wait at least 8 weeks to buy it or something like that. And mostly some people kind of consider the reason it's because of the coronavirus and the shipping and everything else that's kind of going on at the moment. And since this is this headset, this VR headset, is very expensive, at least about $1,000. I mean, when you think of it, if you have a really good job and you got your kind of life steady and settled with payments and everything, you can easily buy this and then remake up $1,000 by just working. But for me, I mean, like, I am working and I will probably make this all up as soon as I buy it. I haven't paid for it yet, though. It says it's on order, but I have to wait 8 weeks, I guess, to pay for it, which doesn't really make sense. I just don't really understand that part. So I have to wait 8 weeks, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to check off and on every now and then on Steam for buying the Oculus, or the not the Oculus, but the Index. So yeah, I decided I was going to go with the Index. Ever since the whole thing about Facebook, about the whole thing of that now you can't sign into either Facebook or either your Oculus account. You have to actually sign into Facebook to play either Oculus. And I don't know if that's technically a part of the Oculus only Quest or the Oculus Quest and the Rift S. I'm pretty sure even if it's an Oculus as well, it still probably counts as what you're paying for and what you're getting. But I don't really like that. I would rather prefer to sign into my Steam account to get on Oculus. But now, since the whole thing has been straight up like you have to now go straight into Facebook, sign in. The only thing that's a big problem, and it's just became a big thing right after when this was announced, is because not a lot of people are on Facebook anymore. To be honest, I have at least 2 or 3 Facebook accounts that I don't even have I don't remember my passwords to them, and I don't even get on Facebook. So mainly anything of just trying to get in contact with me would be mainly through Twitter or so. But I will probably create maybe a Twitter account separate between Silo Gaming's and my other part video of Silo Wolf's account. So there will be 2 probably Twitter accounts and 2 different like so-and-so of just looking up of my content or anything else about gaming videos like this, just regular content or just regular vlogs and such. Hopefully that I can, I hope I can get this. From counting the weeks, if I looked at the calendar right, I should either be buying it or either it might, I don't know, I'm still confused about it, but it's in October. So I've heard from people saying that they've never got their Index until like a year later or something like that. The thing that's cool about it is that it actually comes with Half-Life Alyx. So it's a game that's already included with the Index as soon as you get it. But it's not even though Half-Life that I'm actually willing to try, but it's Half-Life. It's the Walking Dead the Walking Dead VR game. Maybe a couple shoot 'em military type games. I don't know. I'm just more likely curious into video games like this that are more on the headset. And it's like you can't really do much of anything. I mean, mostly staying inside playing video games, but you have mostly choices into what you want to play. I got an Xbox, a Switch, and a PS4. Knowing that they're coming out with the Xbox X or whatever, which is like a tall looking rectangular type Xbox that technically is going to be made to stand up, not really sit down. So I don't know, that's kind of going to be a little bit odd in a way of just how that is going to be created. The same goes for the PS5. The PS5 is more likely made to stand up, not really much of sitting down, but I think you can technically tip it on its side if you wanted to. That's practically all I got, is just the PS4, Switch, and the Xbox. Now, since I have my gaming laptop, I would like to actually start doing some PC games. Mostly just anything else is just through video games and other types of stuff, just trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing when I get the Index. Plus, it will also have full body tracking. And hopefully maybe I can find some people in VR chat that would like to do maybe some type of content of stand-up, random role-playing. and such. I mean, mostly there are a few people, few YouTubers and such that actually do random role playing. They'll mostly kind of go with the script. Sometimes they'll make up their own type of things and such, but it's all in good fun. So that's practically what I just want to talk about. Like I said, I don't really like the whole Facebook thing. I hate that how that's happening now, because it's stupid, because it's mostly in your, like, if you have an Xbox, all you gotta do is just click on that console and it pops up on your TV. You can go ahead and put a game in, or if you have a game that's already downloaded, you can play it right on your TV. The same goes with the PS4 and the Switch. Why would you want to... It's like, why... Like, you know, if Facebook is an Oculus product, you don't need a sign-in. I mean, if you're, like... I think it's just more likely in a way of not Markiplier, but Mark Zuckerberg, or however you say his last name, the owner of Facebook. It's just mainly him getting more money out of it. So it's like, it's because that it was either between of signing into your Facebook account or either signing into your Steam account to get onto the Oculus. But now, since you can't actually sign, the Steam thing is going to be going away, and they're going to be bringing in just Facebook. So you have to sign on to Facebook first, and then you're on the Oculus. Which is a big thing of what I don't like, because not a lot of people use Facebook. I mean, like, it's stupid just to, like, create a Facebook account just so you can play the Oculus. I mean, that was one of my choices, is this saying, like, oh, I'm just going to create, like, this Facebook account and just announce it and just say that this Facebook account is only in use of Oculus only. It's not into communicating with people or anything, unless if there are people that I find either in the game or whatever that I can contact with, that'd be fine. But technically, I decided to go with the Index because I wanted to have full body tracking and to actually see how that works. Because I figured that it'd be interesting. It'd be nice to actually try something different. And of course, I'd like to try to get into, like, other types of games, like I said, as my PC, my laptop. So, I am also having another issue with gamings on the laptop, though, because I tried using my Elgato Game Capture, hooking it to my laptop, to my Mac, and I'm getting no audio. So that was one of the big issues, is where it's like, okay, like, because I could plug in my headphones to my laptop, but I can't hear the audio. I can't hear the audio from the game or anything, which became a big problem. So I'm like, so how am I going to do this? How am I going to record gameplay on my laptop with no video game audio? And I can't, well, I could probably hear myself, but it's like through the Blue Yeti and all that. But I can't hear the audio from the game. So it's like, that'd be less entertaining for me. And probably less entertaining for you if you guys can't either hear my voice or if you can't even hear the game audio. So mostly it's tough being a YouTuber. I mean, because I'm literally trying here. I'm literally trying into saying, like, okay, I got this big good setup. I got an Elgato Game Capture that I can record the Switch, the Xbox, and the PS4 on. But for this, the Elgato Game Capture HD60S, it can record the screen, but it will not record the audio, though, the video game audio. And that's just what the whole big problem was. So I've tried, like, using a small TV that I have in my closet that has an HD plug-in, that I figured that, oh, well, I could just transfer the picture onto the onto the TV, onto the small TV. Nothing popped up, not the picture or anything, because the small TV had an audio jack to it, which I could listen to the audio. And I figured that was a good idea, but now it didn't work. And that's what really sucks. So that's practically all I got right now. I'll have to look into figuring out what I can download for PC or laptop video game recordings that can capture the audio of my Blue Yeti mic and my laptop. So I'm not like, I know that mostly very good quality is what actually makes really good YouTubing. But mostly all you need is a good recording thing of either like a good recording computer, laptop, whatever, and a decent microphone. Even if it's just a headset microphone, or even if you want to go and buy yourself either a Snowball, which is kind of related to Blue Yeti and stuff like that, then it's perfect. It's good enough of what you can use to actually record any type of video games. Or just maybe create a recording of a reaction video. Because what I do is that technically I have a camera that I record my reaction while I'm watching the TV, of either that I'm reacting it onto my Xbox or I'm reacting it onto something else. But mostly I use my Xbox for any type of YouTube videos to react to or anything. That's either included of what I want to react to. So, in a way, yeah, and then I use my Mac to do the editing through iMovie. It's easy, like I said, to use through iMovie because it's more easier to use of editing. Mostly, a lot of people are usually using two different types of things. They're using audio recording while they're recording their video gameplay, which is, I kind of find is a bit annoying because you can't match it up in some ways. You can if you're listening to the game audio, to bring up a certain YouTuber like Jacksepticeye, how he goes like 1, 2, 3, clap, and he like claps his hands to sync in the audio, just so that everything is matched up and recording properly. So it's like when he claps, I'm pretty sure he edits a part where he cuts off that clap and then he goes whoosh and his opening intro. That's how I kind of see on like how he does it. But in a way, that's practically in a way of just like how to sync up certain things. Everyone has their own way of syncing up audio recordings. So enough about that. I already like I said, I've made my decision. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Index. So all I got to do is just wait 8 weeks until I figure out something of what's going on with that before I could even pay for it or buy it or whatever. So anyways, I know I keep saying that, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this little video, or either if some of it kind of gave you some sort of idea and such, or either if you just want to say something about like what your opinion on like either you think that it's either good to have an Oculus or a Quest or an Index, whichever. I mean, I don't know, talk about something about it. Or like if you just think that the Index was an actual good choice. I haven't paid for it yet. It just shows that it's on order for some reason. So I guess it's like if you go to a store and you end up, like let's say you want to buy a certain video game that they don't have in stock yet. So it's like, I want this certain video game. And then they're like, okay, you're going to have to wait for a couple weeks until this actually comes into product or it comes into stores or whatever. So again, that's it. I'm going to cut it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Let me know what you think. And I'm hoping to see you guys again in the next video. See ya.